A very good evening and warm welcome to all you dear educators out there. Thank you for joining this webinar series dedicated to becoming awesome, be internet awesome. As you would have read when you received the invite or registered for this particular program, you would have realized that this program comes to you in collaboration with CBSE and Google India. The entire curriculum for this program has been developed by Google, and in partnership with CBSE, Mahattattva as its professional development partners for Google are delivering it to you. This program is all about internet safety for children, and we are here to help empower you to make sure that you're able to implement this program in your schools and so that your children benefit. All the resources, active support for this will be provided by me and all my team members at Mahattattva. In fact, I am online and the rest of them are offline behind the scenes right now and supporting and making sure that this program is a success all over the country. This is a fantastic initiative by CBSE as they realized that in the pandemic, the children had lost out a lot of time being online and also had encountered multiple dangers, whether it was cyberbullying or coming in contact with strangers, but they had no avenues or no idea of how to express themselves. Google took this opportunity and developed this program, which is extremely child-friendly, has so many activities and scenarios that you realize that you can actually come down to your child's level and explain to them how they can react in certain situations, how they can reach out to a trusted adult like you or their parents. I will start showcasing the program and slowly I will take you through all the modules of this program. I will also explain to you what needs to be done by you when you go back to your classrooms and how you will get this certification for this particular program. Teachers, please remember that this program, the certification will not happen only after attending the webinar. You must go back to the classroom, train your students, then share the details with us. I will be showing you the steps there, and only then will you be getting the certificates. So don't worry as we go on this journey for the next 1 hour with me. I will explain all the small details to you. If you have any questions, meanwhile, you can keep putting them in the chat box. There is no worry. Team is there to support you. And I'll also be showing you many other channels through which we are available. It is not that I have met you today and we will not be meeting again. Today is just day one. I will be meeting you on Friday again. And after that, we have another follow-up session, which is personal one-to-one, where you will get a chance to interact with our Mahattattva team members. You can pose your queries over there and you will get all the solutions. Before we move on, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you educators who are out there. A special mention and kudos to you because you have really held on and looked after all the young children who are in school. You helped them organize regular studies during the pandemic, and you faced all the challenges by yourself and made sure that your children were kept safe and studies kept going. Learning never stopped thanks to you. So thank you once again. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Like I said, this program has been developed by Google and in partnership with CBSE, it is being presented to you, and Mahattattva are Google's professional development partners. So here we are helping execute this program and will help you become certified, be Internet Awesome ambassadors. The entire support team, I'm going to introduce them to you one by one. You must know who we are behind the scenes. Who are these people who are going to help you? That's Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗓𝗍. She's the CEO and founder of the company Mahattattva. She is not an unfamiliar name because you would have met her during the pandemic. She did very many CBSE webinars for all of you, whether it was regarding blended learning or holistic learning. That's Ms. Manu. She's heading the Google project, and right now also she's making sure that this program is a success. That is me, your host for the day. This is Ms. Ashima Jairaj. She's also on our team. She's an ex-principal who ardently believes that a program like Be Internet Awesome is going to change how children interact with technology. This is Ms. Sonali Bhatt, yet another ex-principal who was also as amazed as I was after going through this program and said, this is the way to go and this must reach the farthest corners of our country so that all the children who are there in schools today, because technology is an important part, everybody has a small phone or a laptop, they benefit out of it. That's Ms. Kajal, she's head operations. This is Ms. Pooja. After you've submitted all the details of your training to us, she's the one who's going to make sure that you and your students alike get the Be Internet Awesome certificate. These are the steps for certification. Again, steps के बारे में बात करने से पहले एक और humble request है, मैं एक बारी फिर से repeat करना चाहूंगी dear teachers कि जो ये webinar है इससे आपको certification नहीं मिलेगी. सर्टिफिकेशन के लिए आपको आज का वेबिनार अटेंड करना है, फ्राइडे का भी, समझने के लिए कि ट्रेनिंग आपने कैसे बच्चों की करानी है अपने बच्चों की. उसके बाद जब आप ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, हमें अपना एविडेंस सबमिट करेंगे, आपको सर्टिफिकेट दिया जाएगा. अटेंडेंस के बेसिस पे सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है. वेबिनार ये सिर्फ आपके लिए रखे गए हैं सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द ट्रेनिंग नीड्स टू बी डन. I will just go through the steps for certification with you. All the details that I'm sharing with you right now and ahead also are available in our website. Manu ma'am, please may I request you to put the website link in the chat box? Thank you. Dear teachers who are watching me right now, I request you, आप please इस website पे click करिए और इसको bookmark कर लीजिए. इन केस आप फोन पे हैं तो इस लिंक को कॉपी करके अपने किसी भी नोटपैड या जैसे नोट्स होते हैं या मैसेज होते हैं उसमें सेव कर लीजिए फॉर यूजेज लेटर ऑन. इफ यू आर ऑन 2 डिवाइसेस, से आप फोन से लॉग्ड इन है और आपके पास लैपटॉप भी है, सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ओपन दिस एंड बुक मार्क इट सो दैट इट डजंट गो एनीवेयर. जब तक आपका सर्टिफिकेट आपको आ नहीं जाता है तब तक आप इस वेबसाइट को बुक मार्क रखिए. हमारी वेबसाइट में भी ये स्टेप्स फॉर सर्टिफिकेशन है, बट आई वुड लाइक टू टेक यू थ्रू देम. आपने करना क्या है, आपने ये 2 वेबिनार्स अटेंड करने हैं, टुडे एंड फ्राइडे. देन यू रीड द रिसोर्सेज दैट आर प्रोवाइडेड एंड प्रिपेयर फॉर योर स्टूडेंट एंगेजमेंट. जब आप वेबसाइट ओपन करेंगे उसमें एक जगह है रिसोर्सेज जहां पे पूरा ट्रेनिंग मटेरियल है. मैं आपको वेबसाइट के थ्रू भी लेके जाऊंगी, सो प्लीज डोंट वरी. जब आपने मिनिमम बच्चों को ट्रेन कर लिया है, जो डिटेल्स हैं 40 मिनिमम है, टीचर्स आप उससे ज्यादा भी कर सकते हैं. देखिए, दिस program will only have an impact when more and more of our children are getting trained. So 40 is the minimum. You can train as many as you want. While you are training them, take some pictures, take videos, share the video with us, share those pictures with us, and then your certificate will come to you. मैंने आपको बिगनिंग में भी कहा था, वी आर हियर टू सपोर्ट यू. आपको सपोर्ट इज अवेलेबल थ्रू द वेबसाइट आई हैव शेयर्ड. उसमें भी हमारी डिटेल्स हैं, हम कहाँ कहाँ अवेलेबल हैं. देयर इज एन ईमेल आईडी, देयर आर गूगल ग्रुप्स, देयर इज अ टेलीग्राम ग्रुप. यूट्यूब में सारे वेबिनार्स लिस्टेड हैं. सो इन केस यू वांट टू रेफर बैक, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आज आपकी कनेक्टिविटी पुअर हो और आप लॉग ऑफ हो जाएं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. यूट्यूब में सारे वेबिनार्स हम जुलाई से कर रहे हैं ये, and more than 1,20,000 students have already been trained. So all those webinars are available. In case you want to go and refer to them anytime at your convenience, you can do so. All the material, training material, is available on Google Slides and it's Peer Deck enabled. As you know, Peer Deck is an interactive platform. आप में से बहुत ने 99% ने use करा होगा during the pandemic, to make sure your classrooms are engaging for your children. This is the main curriculum. Now the main curriculum has 5 pillars. आप देख सकते हैं स्क्रीन पे. Share with care, don't fall for fake, secure your secrets, it's cool to be kind, when in doubt, talk it out. हर एक मॉड्यूल, हर एक यूनिट comes with detailed lessons on जैसे डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट हो गया, रिस्पॉन्सिबल कम्युनिकेशन हो गई, फिशिंग, स्कैम्स और क्रेडिबल सोर्सेस, ऑनलाइन सिक्योरिटी, पासवर्ड्स कैसे बनाने चाहिए, हाउ शुड वन बिहेव ऑनलाइन, अगर कोई मीन कमेंट्स दे रहा है तो हमको भी देने चाहिए क्या, तो एंड अगर कुछ कोई हमें कोई इंफॉर्मेशन है हमारे पास तो शुड बी टेल अ सीनियर और शुड बी टेल एन अडल्ट और अ टीचर, कैसे। सो हर एक यूनिट बहुत ही केयरफुली डील करता है इन चीजों के साथ। एंड हर एक लेसन, यूनिट्स हैव lessons have scenarios related to the children. It's very difficult to discuss these things with children without giving them real life examples, but this curriculum makes sure that there are real life examples जो आप discuss कर सकते हैं. They actually become icebreakers or conversation starters. आप उनके साथ ये share करेंगे and then they come back to you. Yes ma'am, this has happened with me. Yes, this happened with someone else, and they start sharing. The idea for any learning to take place anytime is the fact when we share real life experiences and keep creating that awareness loop. It is not that हमने एक ग्रुप में डिस्कस करा और छोड़ दिया, हमको वो डिस्कशन डेफिनेटली कैरी फॉरवर्ड करनी चाहिए. ये सारे यूनिट्स वी विल गो थ्रू वन बाय वन टुगेदर. एट द एंड ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग, अगर आपके दिमाग में ये है कि अभी आप सोच रहे होंगे कि ओके 5 यूनिट्स हैं, उसमें ये क्या क्या सिखाएंगे, क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, सो मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि एट द एंड ऑफ दिस ट्रेनिंग योर स्टूडेंट्स विल बी स्मार्ट अबाउट हाउ दे शुड बी नेविगेटिंग ऑनलाइन, अलर्ट, what is it, what are those red flags that they should avoid while being online, strong, because they will understand the value of creating good passwords. And should passwords be shared with their best friend? Definitely ask them this question. See their answers, and once you have done this training with them, their answers will change. How about being kind? They will become kind because children are impressionable. Whatever their peers are doing, they end up doing that, and we can't blame them because we have to guide them. So कैसे guide करेंगे? इसमें जितनी सारी सिनारियोज हैं, एक्टिविटीज हैं, हम यूज करेंगे उन्हें क्लास में. हम ग्रुप वर्क कराएंगे, हम पेयर वर्क कराएंगे, हम इंडिविजुअल वर्क कराएंगे, हम उनको समझाएंगे कि क्या सही है और क्या गलत है. Ultimately, they'll become brave. They will know what is right and what is wrong and how much to accept of it. And in case they are not able to handle it, they can reach out to you, dear educators, or to their parents. First module जो है, जो first unit है, it tackles being internet smart and sharing with caring. I'm sure, dear educators, आपको सबको ये दिमाग में होगा कि we can't do without this. It is not that कि मेरे पास स्कूल में मैं उनको नहीं एक्सपोज कर रही, so they are not going back home and logging on. Whether they're logging on to a laptop or they're logging on to a palm device, it's the same thing. Because they are online, they're vulnerable. So it is our duty to guide them. And believe me, when I went through this training, there were few certain things that I changed in the way I went and interacted online. So I'm hoping that will happen for you also. The first module is going to deal with them being internet smart. Should they share everything with everyone? What is this everything? Can I share my passwords? Can I share my, okay ma'am, I understand, okay, you're telling me no passwords. Can I give my email ID out to everybody? How will it matter? Ma'am, how about my phone number? Ma'am, my full name? Can I give my address, ma'am? At least my address. मैम वो मैं टिकटॉक बना रही थी और शेयर चैट में ना पीछे मेरा उस घर का एड्रेस आ गया. सो व्हाट इज द बिग डील? सो दिस इज वेयर दिस यूनिट tackles exactly that and help them. Children need to understand what is privacy. Why should they keep certain information private? The baseline is that children nowadays are dominated by likes. जितने उनको लाइक्स मिलेंगे उनको चाहिए, तो वो उससे ज्यादा नहीं देख पाते. सो अगेन इट इज यू एंड मी, educators like you, who are going to make that change. Oftentimes children also come across with the fact that कुछ inappropriate था इंटरनेट पे और सोशल मीडिया पे, बट उन्होंने वो लिखा और डिलीट कर दिया. कि क्वेश्चन है वो delete हो गया? Is it like a pencil and an eraser that we write something and it gets erased and नहीं पता चलेगा? That's wrong. Children must know that the digital footprint stays forever, decades later. So they should be very, very mindful about what they are posting. Is it necessary to post it? Can it be avoided? Okay, if the answer to both is no, then can something kind be put out there? Is it necessary to put something controversial or that is unkind? No. So these are some things that this entire module is going to tackle, and you're going to love discussing this. Keep the discussion going. कोई भी ट्रेनिंग आप कर रहे हैं, किसी भी मॉड्यूल के बारे में आप अपने बच्चों से डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, प्लीज डिस्कशन जरूर करिएगा, उनको एनकरेज करिए, क्योंकि लर्निंग वहीं होगी. ये जितना भी कंटेंट है, एज अ टीचर यू विल नो कि द वर्ड्स विल नॉट मैटर सो मच, बट द डिस्कशंस and them, the children sharing their experiences with you will matter. I would also like to add, teachers, that if you have experiences regarding this, don't hold back. Don't think the children they're just children, why should I share with them? Please share with them. These are the same children who are going back home to parents who are working, parents who lend them their devices, who also have grandparents at home, grandparents who are banking on these children, whether it's for digital transactions or looking at their social media. So definitely share with care. So what is this module about? Like I said earlier, it's going to teach our children to make sure that if something can be avoided being online and can be tackled face to face, then that is the right way to go. If they feel that they can't have a face-to-face communication, then definitely it should not be typed and put out into the digital world. It will also discuss with them what is the kind of communication that is appropriate and is not appropriate. And also personal details, a list of personal details about family, about friends, about themselves that should definitely be private. And the sum of it all is, what are the consequences when we don't think about something and we do something absolutely randomly? Like I said, each unit, each module has many lessons, and the lessons come with a lot of activities. You can take a look. So the first lesson of this module has when not to share, keeping it private. That's not what I meant. Frame it. Who is this person anyway? How do others see us online? The titles have been chosen very appropriately. These are some things that will resonate with the children and with you immediately. The last lesson is a game. It's an interactive game. It's online and they're going to love it. You know that any game that is going to make our children teach, it's going to be enjoyable. I will be taking you to the website. We will try doing this online so that you also get an idea of what this really is. The game has certain questions, and if you're unable to answer them, they keep prompting. If you answer it correctly, for example, I should share my password in my school diary and circulate it around. So if your answer is yes, then it will not let you move forward. If your answer is no, then you go to the next level. So in a very subtle manner, teaching the children what is right and what is wrong and what should be avoided. The themes over here are what happens when reputation and privacy are compromised. The activities ensure that there are concrete examples which will enable discussions and help your students learn how to maintain a positive online presence and protect their privacy. Each unit comes with goals. Now, the reason for goals is that it is a fantastic use for maybe a flipped classroom. How about you asking the children whether the goals have been met or not? Ask them. Do they now understand why they should have a positive reputation both online and offline? If it's a thumbs up, move on. If it's a thumbs down, go back. Go back and do more activities, more discussions, more scenario checks with them. Let them look at the goals and let them tell you that, yes, all the goals have been met. We are good to go forward. We are good to move to the next module. There is vocabulary flashcard. You can have an interesting activity where they can match the vocabulary with the meaning. For example, they may not know the meaning of what is a digital footprint or what is privacy, what really privacy means. How about phishing? Do they know what it means? Catfishing. So you can get them to play this interesting game, get them only to have write down the word in one chit and the meaning and get them to match it. It completely depends on you and how you'd like to conduct that class. Next up is the lesson flow. Like I said, a lesson will have the goals. It will have a let's talk, that is scenarios. So you engage in conversations, activities, and then takeaway. Dear teachers, make sure that the takeaway is given to you by your students. Let them list it, whether you ask them to come onto the whiteboard or you give them a piece of chart paper where they put post-its or any other method that you have in mind or you're thinking of already that, this is the way you would want it, please go ahead. But let them take the onus of that. Let's look at a scenario from here for discussion and for you to gain an idea of what I have been speaking about. The scenario goes like this. The children at your house take turns using mom's tablet, so everybody knows the passcode. I'm sure most of you are smiling because this is normal. You have two children, you're living in a joint family where your children have cousins, and games are something nobody will say no to, and a tablet is needed. Sometimes it's for studies, so everybody knows the passcode. That's how you enter the tablet, right? And have access to other apps. Your whole family also has one account for doing online shopping at this one website. Well, if this was told to me a decade ago, I would have batted an eyelid and, maybe frowned also, but not today. I know that. I do it. Are you not doing it? All of us are. All of us are shopping online. That was all fine until one day your brother had a friend over and they were using your mom's tablet to look at some amazing headphones for gamers on that shopping site. Your brother went back to get a snack in the kitchen when they went outside to shoot some hoops. A few days later, this box arrived at your house. It had headphones in it. Your brother said he didn't order them. You believe him. So such a scenario, which is very plausible, which is likely to happen, is shared with them. And then now you wait for them to give you inputs. Let them answer. There are questions that are followed. Let them answer and also let them give you their inputs and their own experiences, that what may have happened with them and how is this dangerous? Why are we even discussing this? What's the big deal? Is it okay? You go to somebody's house and you keep ordering random things just because you and I know when we go online and we type our details of our card, immediately, whether it's a phone or a laptop or a tablet, it immediately prompts us, save this card. Sometimes instead of saying no, we do it, and sometimes we don't say no and we save the card. But does that mean that it's open for shopping? Well, those are questions that you need to ask your children, get them involved, let them come out with answers, let them see what are the red flags here. Are there any red flags for them, or they think it is cool? So this is how you can even use the scenario to begin such a module. It's okay, teachers. We trust your creativity. You know your children best. Once you have gone through the modules, you decide how you'd like to open this training for them. This is the next module. Be internet alert. Don't fall for fake. Now, what is this fake? If you and I could speak to each other, I am sure many of you are from so many parts of the country. You'll have so many stories to tell. I do. The latest and my most favorite, because I remember it and I'm tired of telling people that it's fake, is the message that comes to us. Your electricity is going to be cut. Kindly update. And there is a phone number on it. Is it coming from the electricity department? No, it's not. So what is it? It's spam. Ultimately, I think this had started getting circulated in May 2022. September 2022 is the time. That is 4 months into it. I saw an advertisement in TOI full front page saying that this is fake. It is a scam. Kindly do not call that number. But it took 4 months to gain limelight. And with a country of ours, which has, the population, can you imagine the number of people who would have fallen prey to that? I know some people. I know stories. So what you also may know people, you may also know stories. So the idea is to share, let them know that everything that seems too good to be true or coming to you free, etc., is not true. Let's look at this module in detail. What all is it going to teach our children? It's going to teach the children what is real and what is fake. There are so many websites online, so much of content. So what is it that they need to look at? They should also understand what phishing is and how they can report it, and spot the signs of a potential scam. If they know somebody who, if they have ever been impersonated or a friend has approached them by, impersonating somebody, so allow them to share that with you. And how about people contacting them saying that they're their friends, or if they're of the same age, but they turn out to be completely different 60-year-old people? What about that? So those are some questions we need to share with our children. Here I'd like to tell you that this program is for grades 2 to grades 12, but certain scenarios you will have to tweak. You will know what to speak to a 6th grader and what to speak to a class 2 child. So please use your discretion there. This module is going to tell them what is real and what is fake so that they are safe online. How about when they are winning a lottery or getting some, so many Coke cans for the entire year free? What about those mails? What is wrong with those mails? Why should they not be accessing those mails? And when they are, their personal information is trying to be stolen and they have a gut feeling about it, then what should they do next? The module deals with, the lessons have speak about pop-ups, catfishing, and other scams. Who is this talking to me? So many times children say that, my good friend sent me a friend request and I happen to accept it. And after having discussed with them, then they'll also be sharing with you, but that was a fake account. So why are these fake accounts coming? Why are they sending you these requests? What is really happening over there? These are some points of discussion that this module will bring up. Is that really true? Spotting untrustworthy information online. If we were a search engine, practicing internet search. And again, this module ends with an interesting game that is online, that your students can play, that your students can interact with. The themes for this particular module are, it is important for the students to understand that whatever they see online is not necessarily true. They should know that whatever everybody on social media, they're flashing, it's not true. What about online scams? They will also get an idea of how many scams and how people are putting fraudulent posts and pitches. And what about sometimes people pretending to be someone they know? So how to save themselves from such cases? Again, this module also comes with goals. Like I said, let them tell you whether these goals have been met or not. Are they convinced with the fact that everybody is posting great stuff online and it may not be true? Here is the time to speak to them about filters. What do filters do? And how can filters change so much that we see online? What about, are they convinced of the fact that there are scams and nobody is giving them free stuff? And if they are constantly getting such kind of details, then how should they avoid that? How can they make sure that the information that they have is valid? And what about the messages that they are receiving? Are they authentic? So this module is going to deal with all that. And if your students say that, yes, they have understood, then you can move ahead. This unit has amazing vocabulary being introduced. Make sure you have a game with them so that they know and they can use it. What is the difference between catfishing and phishing? Are they different? Yes, they are. But what is the difference? So do that, play that game with them. The lesson flow is very much similar throughout. There's goals for students. There's let's talk, where you have scenarios. There are activities and takeaways. Takeaway, Like I said, please encourage your students to give you the takeaway. There are more scenarios. Let's just take a look at these. A pop-up ad says that you're a special part of a very small group that has been selected to try a special mermaid pill that will give you the power to breathe underwater without scuba gear. All you have to do is send INR 2000 to cover shipping. Would you do it? Dear teachers, some of you may think that who's going to fall for the scam? Who? No, our children are just too smart. So yes, I want to believe you, and I would also want to agree to that. But unfortunately, when you go back and look at the statistics, and you go back and look at how many cyber bullying cases and cyber phishing cases children fall prey to, then we realize that we need to tell them even things like this. Your first gut at reading this would have been, no, right? This can't happen. I'm sure you and I are on the same page, but not with children. We need to have these discussions with them so that they also come to the same page as us, which is, this is completely fake. You like a lot of videos by a popular vlogger because they're funny, but they also say nasty things that you don't like. Do you buy what they say because they're funny and really popular? Do you think that influences people? Funny भी है, but nasty चीजें भी बोलता है. बच्चे को यहाँ पे समझ है कि नास्टी चीजें उसे पसंद नहीं है, बट क्या हमने उसको इतना इक्विप करा है कि वो बोल सकता है कि I don't like this? I don't think so, because most of our classrooms, like I said, students are dominated by the fact they want more likes. So जब बच्चा क्राउड से अलग होना भी चाहता है, वो हो नहीं पाता. बट ये मॉड्यूल उनको इक्विप करती है. ये मॉड्यूल आपको डिस्कशंस थ्रो करेगी ऐसे ओपन. आप अपने बच्चों के साथ डायरेक्टली डिस्कस कर सकते हैं कि हमेशा क्राउड के साथ चलना जरूरी नहीं है. एंड अगर आपका थॉट अलग है तो वी रिस्पेक्ट योर थॉट. अगर आपका फ्रेंड का थॉट आपसे अलग है, प्लीज रिस्पेक्ट दैट थॉट. तो ये जो बच्चा सोच रहा है कि फनी तो ठीक है बट नास्टी भी है, सो वुड यू स्टिल फॉलो सच अ पर्सन? Will you agree to whatever they are saying? Will you buy all that this person is advertising? इससे बहुत सारी चीजें लिंकेज होती हैं, and this is basically a talking point and thinking point for our children. Let them think. Let them first think whether it's really correct or not. Do you think that influences people? I'm sure इसका आपका क्लास में with the older graders, even grade 4, 5 and 6 nowadays, you will have a good 30-minute conversation. This is not going to end before that. These are some handouts that are there in the curriculum. It teaches the children how to decide what is credible. You know, what are the steps that they can use to determine whether something is credible. Credible meaning like, if it's true or not, whether they should believe it or not. So these steps are given. You can discuss with them. You can get an activity done around them. Before I move on to the third module, I'd like to take you to the website. Manu ma'am, if more people have joined in later on, I'll request you, can you please share the website again in the link once? Teachers, please come to this website. Like I said, if you're on a phone, just save the link somewhere and keep watching my screen. If you are on 2 devices, then please open the link on on one device so that you know what I'm speaking about. This website is going to help you get your certificate. Now, how? This is the website you can see on my screen. About the program is under the first tab. Facilitators, I had introduced my entire team to you. They are also here on this tab. You may read about them in detail. Now, at the top, if you can see, on the left-hand side, it says you can click on this bar for following the YouTube channels for the webinar recordings. Like I told you, the recordings since July are available here on YouTube. You can click and you can see all those recordings. On the right is the Google group. You can join this for the trainings. You have queries, etc. You may post in these. There's also a third bar which says you can connect with us on Facebook for more Google trainings. In case you want us to come and do this training in your school physically, we'll be happy to do so and connect with you. So you can get in touch with us here. The third tab is for the schedule. Now, what schedule? Like we are here today interacting, this schedule shows you that the one highlighted in yellow is today's date and the next one is on Friday. So I will be meeting you again on Friday. So this gives you an idea when you need to block your time for us. The most important tab is number 4. It's resources. This is where all the curriculum is. Whatever I was showing you on the slides is available here. For example, I told you that the first unit is Share with Care. Here, you can click and access unit 1 here. This is the entire unit 1. We spoke about these lessons. This is the vocabulary page. Each lesson tells you about the goal, what are the conversations you can have. It's also got activities. It gives you takeaway. Like I said, you can turn it around and ask your students to give you the takeaway. Just check if they have been able to give you everything. What should be kept private? There are scenarios here. We discussed the password scenario. There are more here. What about this one where, a student is writing in their personal journal. You find out that a friend found it when they spent the night at their house and thought it would be a funny joke to post parts of it online. So, dear teachers, this is something that happens with students. So it is just that earlier on we were not having these discussions openly, but now we should. So the questions are also here and you can guide them. There are more scenarios. You can even divide your class into groups of 5. Give each group a scenario. Ask them to come and present it in front of the class. This way, everybody knows what the scenario was. They're also able to give you their inputs, and then they can discuss with each other what was good about it and what was not so good. Lesson 2 is keeping it private. More scenarios. There are handouts, activities to be done here. There's an emoji grid again for activity purpose. Frame it. This is another interesting activity which we were talking about, what's in the frame and why children should not believe whatever they see online. Simply show them 1A first. Show your children the picture 1A first. Ask them this question. Ask them that they saw this picture on a friend's social media account. What did they think? A lot of answers will be narrowed down to, I think my friend is traveling. I think my friend is having a great time. I think my friend owns this yacht. I think my friend is very lucky. And many more such answers. Once you have all their answers, that is the time you unveil 1B. That is the picture on the right that you can see. Friend is not traveling. Friend is having a good time, having a bath, so we hope. But friend is not enjoying so much as they thought that he's on a trip or with his family. So the reality is that the friend is in a bathtub, has a rubber duck as a toy and a yacht that is there in the tub. And he's also wearing snorkeling goggles. This is the time you're going to talk to them about how whatever they're seeing online is not always true. This was just a part that they saw. The real picture is on the right. There are more pictures for discussion like this. You can choose any one to have a conversation with them. Who is this person? People who are reaching out to us. Impersonation, very important theme of this module. Like I said, that the last part of each module, there is a game. I'm going to take you through the game. Just bear with me, it's opening up. each game is dedicated to the module that it is a part of. And it's taking a little more time than usual. That's all right. You will be able to play this game, do it. If you want to take your children to the ICT room and collaborate with the ICT teacher, that's also perfectly fine. This is something that you can decide with your children. These small little people are internauts that you can see on the screen. Overshare. So the question has popped up on the screen. So whom should they be sharing it with? And then they need to click on this. So I have earned one achievement because I was able to give the it's fun and games. Answer is also there. It's fun and games only if you keep that picture in the family and not share it outside. So there are many such questions that they're going to be given for each module and they're going to play it and keep moving to the next level. I think the second question is also visible to you. However, I'm going to go back to the website. It would have given you an idea. I wanted you to see what it's going to look like. This resources page tab, like I was talking about, has all the 5 units and all the details. The unit is there. You have the interactive slide deck, which I talked about in the beginning, that it is peer deck enabled. Then the vocabulary has been given separately and also the game. Unit 2 is here. You have the Unit 2 access, that is the written material. Then you have the slide deck, then vocabulary, and the game for Unit 2 also. Let's look at Unit 3. Similarly, all the information is here for 3 also, 4 also, 5 also. 5 does not have the game. First 4 units have the game. At the end, there's something also called the pledge. Teachers, please don't worry in case you're thinking that we've only done 2 units today. We have Friday. We will be discussing the other 3. I want to take you through the process of where this data is, where can you look at the trainings. You would like to read module 1 and 2. I have just brushed them, right? You would like to take a look at them in depth. So that's why I'm taking you through the website now. The pledge is here. You can even show this pledge to the children, get them to countersign it, put it up on your class board, get them to read it out loud. This tells, they'll be sharing this loudly as to what is share with care and don't fall for fake, etc. If you come back to the resources tab, like I said, resources, all the curriculum training material is here in this particular tab. Let's look at the next tab that's called assessments. Now, what the team did for all of you is we made assessments on Google Forms for each module or each unit, whatever you would like to call it. Is it mandatory to use our forms? Absolutely not. No. जरूरी नहीं है. अगर आपको लगता है कि आप इसके बिना भी ट्रेनिंग्स करते हैं और आपको नहीं करवाने हैं, ये कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ये सिर्फ आपके सपोर्ट के लिए डेवलप करे गए थे. सो आप इस पे क्लिक करके यू कैन मेक अ कॉपी. हमने इतनी बात करी कि आप ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, आप ये वेबिनार अटेंड कर रहे हैं. मैंने आपसे स्टेप्स भी बात करे कि स्टेप्स फॉर सर्टिफिकेशन क्या है. उसका सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट अब आ जाता है, ये है स्टूडेंट ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीशन फॉर्म. आपने दोनों वेबिनार्स देख लिए. रिसोर्सेज से आपने मटेरियल यूज करके बच्चों की ट्रेनिंग भी करा दी. अब इसको डालना कहां पे है? ये फॉर्म है, आप देख सकते हैं. You need to fill this form after you have completed your training. Email, full name, name of the school, city, state, COE जहां से आप हैं, contact number, personal email ID, CBSE email ID, evidence of training. आपने 2 मिनट्स का वीडियो बना लिया है, अगर नहीं बनाया है तो जो आप जब ट्रेनिंग कर रहे थे आपने उस टाइम बनाना है वीडियो। सो आप अलग अलग क्लासेस को भी ट्रेन कर सकते हैं, वो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट एंड वीडियो शुड ओनली बी अबाउट 2 मिनट्स। या आप हमारे साथ एक पीपीटी शेयर कर सकते हैं 10 पिक्चर्स के साथ मिनिमम। नाउ ऑल दिस एविडेंस मस्ट कंटेन कि आपने क्या करा ट्रेनिंग में, आपने क्लास में कैसे कराया, क्या आपने रोल प्ले कराए, आपने प्लेज करा बच्चों के साथ, क्या आपने उनके साथ जो एक्टिविटीज करी हैं, क्या आपने बोर्ड बनवाया है, क्या आपके स्कूल में कोई साइबर वीक चल रहा था। सो जो भी आपका एविडेंस है आपने उसका पिक्चर्स लेके या वीडियो बना के शेयर करना है। इस वाले टैब में आपने हमारे साथ बच्चों के नाम शेयर करने हैं, बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू बी गिविंग चिल्ड्रन ऑल्सो द सर्टिफिकेट, राइट? सो यू नीड टू शेयर द नेम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स विद अस। नाउ इट सेज लिस्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स गूगल शीट सैंपल। हमने आपके लिए सैंपल भी अपलोड करा है, आप इसी को यूज करिए। यहाँ पे क्लियरली आता है, जब आप उस पर क्लिक करेंगे मेक अ कॉपी, तो आप कॉपी बनाइए, एडिट नहीं होगा, ये कॉपी बनेगी। ये रही गूगल शीट जिसमें आपने अपने बच्चे का नाम और क्लास लिखना है, अपना नाम एट द टॉप, स्कूल, सीओई, सिटी एंड स्टेट। जब आपने ये शीट भर दी है, आपने अपने सारे बच्चों के नाम इसमें डाल दिए हैं, आपको इसको अपने डेस्कटॉप पे डाउनलोड करना है, इस फॉर्म पे वापस आना है और यहाँ पे अपलोड करना है, यहाँ पे इस एक्सेल शीट को अपलोड करना है। हम आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, वी रिक्वेस्ट यू प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू प्रोवाइड अस अ फोटोग्राफ। वी फील वेरी प्राउड showcasing you on social media, on making a post and celebrating your success, because it is very difficult to be a teacher. A teacher is somebody who's going constantly to make sure that there is brightness in all her students' homes and hearts. So please, once you have finished this training, do share your photograph with us. After you've done all this, you simply need to submit and give my team about 10 days to work on this and share your certificates with you. It says clearly, after we receive this form, we will validate your evidences and send you the student certificates along with your certificate on the email ID that you put over here. Teachers, जो भी आप email ID हमारे साथ share करेंगे, हम उसी पे आपको mail करेंगे. The next tab is a master trainer program. हमारा वो वाला प्रोग्राम भी अभी कंटिन्यूएशन में है। इस वाले प्रोग्राम में आप जैसे टीचर्स को ट्रेन कर रहे हैं to become a master trainer. Now those teachers will go ahead and then train students. The details are here. The last tab is FAQs and help desk. This is very important क्योंकि ये आज का वेबिनार इज ओनली वन साइडेड। मैं आपसे बात कर रही हूँ, आप मुझसे बात नहीं कर पा रहे, आप मुझे मैसेज कर रहे होंगे, मेरी टीम देख रही है एंड वो लोग आपको रिप्लाई भी कर रहे हैं। बट कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपके दिमाग में अगर है, वो हमने कोशिश करी है एज अ टीम टू आंसर फॉर यू अंडर FAQs एंड हेल्प डेस्क। ये है स्टेप्स फॉर सर्टिफिकेशन, ये है सैंपल सर्टिफिकेट्स जो आपको मिलेंगे। लेफ्ट में आपका है, राइट में बच्चों का है। ये आपके बच्चों को मिलेगी जिनको आपने ट्रेन करा है। कुछ क्वेश्चंस यहाँ पे हैं, मे बी ये आपके ऑलरेडी आंसर हो जाएं। Why do we need this program in schools? Who is the certifying body? What is the full form of IST standards? How long will it take for students to complete the course? Is this program only for ICT, IT, computer science teachers? Where can one find the time to run this course for the students? FAQs जो आपके ड्यूरिंग सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोसेस हो वो भी इधर दे रखे हैं। How do I implement this program in my school to gain certification? यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल्स दिए हुए हैं। You can use opportunities of housewise events, assemblies. Assemblies बहुत पॉपुलर हैं। आप एक एज ग्रुप ऑफ टीचर्स ये कर सकते हैं। You can maybe divide the modules amongst yourselves and then train your students. Also, we understand that at this point you may be having a lot of events, but do not get hassles because this is a very enjoyable curriculum. This is not that that the children will feel intimidated by. उनको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, वो enjoy करेंगे, वो आपसे conversations करेंगे. तो आप इसको जरूर 30 minutes on a, if you want to give to each module, you can do that. You can get them to do the games also in the ICT. How do we finally get the certificate? Do my students also get certified for this program? Yes. Minimum of 40 students. Please remember, you can do as many as you want, but minimum is 40. If you have a school where each class strength is only 20 or 25, please don't worry, combine 2 classes. Is there an assessment for students that they need to complete? The assessment has been given, but it is not mandatory, like I said. अगर आपको ये डाउट है कि एविडेंस में क्या क्या होना चाहिए, so you can take a look at this, what all the evidence should have. स्टूडेंट इंटरव्यूज भी आप ले सकते हैं, बच्चों से बोर्ड्स बनवा सकते हैं, पिक्चर्स ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट, एंड यू कैन इवन रिकॉर्ड व्हेन दे आर गिविंग देयर ओन एक्सपीरियंसेस. अगर आप कोई यूनिट कर रहे हैं पर्टिकुलर एंड बच्चे अपने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर रहे हैं, यू कैन रिकॉर्ड दैट एज एविडेंस. इसके बावजूद अगर आपको कोई आपके आंसर्स अनआंसर्ड रह गए हैं, तो प्लीज हम यहाँ इस ईमेल आईडी पे अवेलेबल हैं, आप हमें मेल कर सकते हैं. ये हमारा फोन नंबर है. वी आर अवेलेबल ऑन दिस नंबर फ्रॉम 3:30 PM to 5:30 PM. वी अंडरस्टैंड मॉर्निंग में आपका स्कूल आवर्स होते हैं. सो वंस यू कम बैक फ्रॉम स्कूल एंड यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट प्रेपिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट डे, you can reach out to us on this email ID also. This website is complete with all the information that you need. Teachers, you are only requested to take some time out and go through them. Go through each tab. Most of your questions will get answered here itself. Whether it is regarding assessments or resources, the resources are available right from the top. The entire curriculum will also open out immediately, but in case you want to go module wise, we have separated that out for you. We have put separate links so that you may access it. You can take it one by one. Like I said, the schedule is here. In case you miss something, you can always come back. We have given you the YouTube channel link also here. You can refer to the webinars anytime. If you want to go ahead and discuss with your colleagues that you attended this program and you want to talk about what this program is, then the very first tab of this website talks about what this program is, why has it come now, and how is it so beneficial. See, there have been programs around about cyberbullying, etc. But how this particular program tackles all age groups, gives you so many activities, that it is a unique program. And truly, after you have done the trainings, you will be Internet Awesome ambassadors, and so will your children. They will be very awesome. We are going to meet again on Friday. We are going to be looking at, we will do a revision of what the Unit 1 was about and Unit 2. We will also discuss in detail what Unit 3 has, Unit 4, and Unit 5. I will again take you through the certification process. Please don't worry. But I want to tell you that the certification is not with attendance. It is not linked to attendance. So today you have attended. Friday you will attend, but that does not qualify you for certification. Certification, for that you have to go back to your classroom, get your students together, train them, submit the evidence to us, and then receive your certificate from us. I hope, dear teachers, that you had an engaging evening. I hope you are home safe now and are going to have a wonderful day ahead. Take care, and I will see you all again on Friday. Thank you so much. Take care.